Hi everybody, it's Rachel from Sage. I'm back with episode 5 in my A Week Of series, and this first week I'm featuring Natasha Denona. So there are 4 other videos there for you to watch if you would like to. They're very short, so they're basically just eyeshadow demonstrations, tutorials, whatever you would like to call them, and an exploration of my Natasha Denona MIDI palette collection. So today's palette is the My Dream palette. My Dream palette. I really love the packaging on this one. It's just sort of like paint splatter. You can see it's raised, and that beautiful matte acrylic that she uses. Now, something you'll note about the MIDI palettes is that they have holes in the back, which means you can pop them out and you can make your own palettes if you want to. I don't know that I ever will do that. I don't know, I really like them the way they are, for just be able to come back and remind myself of what the palette looked like. Right, let's get into it. I'm starting with the shade Carpe Diem today. Then I'm going into middle crease with the shade Familiar. My first cream to powder shade will be Edgy, which I'm applying with a flat brush. I'm going to place a little bit of Blackest Black on the outer V, just in a small area, that one there, like so, and push it into the upper waterline a little bit. Blinking is good, blinking helps. So press there, flat of the brush, then flip the brush over and push it into the waterline. So I'm using it as an eyeliner as well. Now you've noticed I haven't done any actual blending yet. That is quite deliberate. It's probably enough Blackest Black. It's very black. Just going to do the same process on the other side. I'm going to take a small amount of Instinct on my fluffy brush, which is also cream to powder. So that's why I'm only just really lightly dusting it. And super light blending, like barely touching the skin at the top to start with. And then over, I'm turning my head so you can see what I'm doing. I just really want to buff the edge. I don't really want to take out the intensity in the outer corner too much because that's where I like to have depth, but I want to tidy it up, of course. So I'm barely touching the skin here and just making it softer. Taking out any harsh lines, if you will. That looks really cool. That transition there, I'm really happy with that. So you can see the black there, what it's doing. And I'm just going to take my detail brush again and just sort of push that in a little bit more. And then really like just go 1, 2, 3. The lightest of brush strokes, barely touching the skin again. I've taken a clean brush and I'm just going to sweep a bit of unity under the brow bone. There are 6 really great shimmers in this palette. There's that wet look one there. There's that duochrome there. How similar are they? Oh, that's a warmer tone. There's that cool tone one there. And then there's a gold, a white gold. But I'm tending towards this one on the inner part of the lid. And the other one is a multi-chrome. This is one of the most glorious multi-chromes in my collection. Look at that one, it's called Vision. So I'm going to use the shade Invention here, and then Vision there. Let's do it. Just a little bit of detail brush to bring that together. Then my original fluffy brush. To tidy up that edge. And my cleaner brush, fluffy brush, to make them meet a little better there. Now I do want to put some Vision on the lower lash line as well. So I'm taking it on the detail brush and placing it under the center so it sort of lines up with what I've put on the top lid. Now you notice I haven't sprayed my brush today, and I didn't use eye primer today because these are pretty special as they are. And I wanted you to see that without anything else influencing the colour payoff, I suppose. Bit of fallout, but that was me with my messy hands. Mascara and eyeliner are on. I only put eyeliner on the lower lash line because I pushed the black onto the upper waterline and just put a black mascara on. So now I've put some glowy primer on. I'm going to go in with Natasha Denona's concealer in P2 for brightening. Truthfully, her concealer formula is actually my favorite. Okay, so I'm going to put that there, and then on the other parts of my face, I'm going to use the Natasha Denona concealer in N3 in lieu of foundation, if you will. So I'm just putting it in those parts of my face that I actually want to even out the skin tone. And I've put the peach one under my eyes because it's brightening. So just a little bit of that, not too much. And I'm just going to use a foundation brush to disperse it because I actually want it to be a thin layer. I don't want it to be all sitting because concealer is thicker than foundation, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with using concealer in this way. It actually might even help you create a full glam look, a nighttime look, a very long lasting look with a light layer. So it makes it look like you've got, no, you don't want to look like you've got heaps of makeup on, but it makes it your skin tone even and your makeup, especially this creamy concealer, very flawless for a drier skin without the added layer of the foundation. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay, so let's do the peach now. I'm going to get my concealer brush. I don't have a Natasha Denona contour or bronzer, but I'm going to try to use the shade Nurture as a contour shade. This is an on-camera experiment. I've never done this before. Let's see how it goes. So I've got my favorite face brush here, giving it an opportunity. Small pan though, so I'm going to have to be careful that I don't get the shades next to it. Right, let's see. When your palette is $125 AUD, if you can get as much use out of it in a variety of ways, then I think we should. I think you should. Okay, so the brush is really picking up the colour now. Now, this is a testament to the formula, the creaminess of her eyeshadow formula, that I can use this on my dry face, my dry skin, to contour. I'm still having to be quite careful, just taking it out of the pan. The shade is Nurture, by the way. Did I already say that? Oh, I can definitely see that. There's a nice little shadow there. Right, let's just do under here. Draw it up to there. Blend that a little bit better. This is always my harder side because I've got that pigmentation right there. And it's a larger spot. It's a lot more faded than it used to be, but it does show up when I add contour a little more than, you know, I expect it to, even now. Okay, let me contour my nose with this side of this brush. That worked well. And I'm going to put a little bit here. Oh. Try not to look like I've got a moustache. Seeing I, you know, waxed my face the other day. Okay, not a bad result, not bad. So if you're a shade twin to me, skin complexion wise, you could even use Nurture as a contour powder. You could lift out, pop out that shade and put it into whatever other magnetic palette you like and make yourself a contour palette, a face palette, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, you pay this much money for a palette, you want to get as much use out of it as you can. I've set my face, I put some bronzer on. This is the corresponding blush palette. So you can see they make a cute pair. I take this one traveling with me a lot because I can use this as an eyeshadow, a highlighter, a brow highlight, underbrow highlighter, a blush, obviously, even a lipstick if I wanted to. So let's use this one. It's beautiful. So there's these two shades of blush and then the highlighter. And Natasha Denona's highlighter formula is, I have two of them, it's just lovely. No texture. So that's just the blush. All right, now I'm going to go over this side with the brush for the highlight. And I'll take that up under the brow bone as well. Pop a bit there. Pop a bit on the edge of my nose. I think my skin looks really nice. I know, I love my eyes. But I think my skin looks even nice even just with that little touch. So I've got the shade Edgy, which is that cream to powder, that one there, and a lip primer on my mixing palette. And I'm making a lipstick. You could use Vaseline to do this. You could use eye primer, you could use anything. You might not need to use it at all because it's cream to powder, but my lips are so dry, so. I'm going to put some Vision over the top. Oh, that's fun. I probably won't leave that on. My textured lips just don't like that colour too much and that sort of matte finish, but it's fun nonetheless. I'm going to spray my face. Fix my hair and be back. So this is how it's finished up. I feel very 1979 blondie at the moment. Her New York punk era. Definitely loving the eye makeup. And yes, I love the lip too. Certainly in my young years, I did wear a lot of this sort of colour, but the texture in my lips now just isn't that forgiving anymore, but it just matches perfectly with the eye look. So if you don't have the texture on your lips, you could totally wear this all over look using one palette. I'm amazed at how well the contour worked out with that eyeshadow shade, but the blush and everything is just so nice. And I've loved it, the highlighter, and I've loved those for a long time. So I'm not surprised by that at all. I hope you like this look. I hope you like this tutorial, helping you to use your makeup more. It doesn't matter if you haven't got a Natasha Denona My Dream palette. If you've got makeup like this, or cream to powder shadows of any sort, or just expensive palettes that you want to get more use out of, then I hope this gives you a bit of inspiration to do so. I hope you have a lovely day. I have not very much planned today. I have to do some computer work. How exciting. Okay, so I will talk to you again tomorrow with the next video, and the palette I will be featuring is, let me just get it, the Glam palette. I know a lot of you have this one. You can see it's very, very well loved. It's fantastic and still performs really well, which you will see in tomorrow's video. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again tomorrow. And thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And feel free to comment on what you would like to see after I finish this series. Bye for now.